I'm in the exercise book on page 96, and we're looking at the last two questions on this page. And here's the story. A group of runners are holding a 5K and 10K event to raise money for the biking trail. The entry fees are $22 for the 5K. So let me just go ahead and set this up. There's a $22 fee. And then for the 10K, there is a $36 fee. The event raised $3,002, and there were 97 runners. This feels like a system of equations. 24. Which system of linear equations would help you determine how many ran each event if X is the number of 5K runners and Y is the number of 10K runners? So for the 5K runners, we're going to have $22 per person. The 10K, we're going to have $36 per person. So there's one of my systems, one of my equations for the system. 22 5Kers plus 36 10Kers equals 97 runners. Okay. Does that make sense? No. Why? Why does that not add up? This was a deliberate mistake, but I want you to see why it doesn't make sense. What is the 22 and 36? Is that runners? No, that's money. So we have money equaling the number of runners. We need to have money and money equaling money. All right? That's very tricky, and that's a mistake I've seen students make a lot. We want the units to match through the problem. So the 5K runners raised some money, the 10K runners raised some money. Together, they raised $3,002. So that's one of my systems. So the other system is going to, or the other equation is going to focus on the runners. So in this case, we want the other side of the equation to be runners. And that is done with just X's and Y's. The number of X's and the number of Y's together made the 97 runners. So there's my system. Here's one of the equations, and here's the other. The first one talks about the money. The second one talks about the people. And together, those two equations make the system that will solve what I need it to do. So number 24 is asking me to pick the system, and that's going to be D, as in dog. I bet I know what number 25 wants us to do. How many 5K entry fees and 10K entry fees were collected? So we need to solve the system. And I'm going to go ahead and solve this one for Y. So it's going to be Y equals negative X plus 97. And then I'm going to use that to go into this equation. So in other words, this is solved for Y. So it's going to plug in for this Y right here. So I will say 22x plus 36 times negative x plus 97 equals 3002. Now you could solve it with the elimination method if you wanted. I just have been in the habit all these years of substituting. I wouldn't want to graph this one myself, but you could. And then 36 times 97. You say, well, that's a huge number. It is. But remember, this was a lot of money that was raised at this event. Okay, so then I'm going to minus the 3783. It looks funny, but it's going to work out. You can trust your algebra if you're doing it correctly. So 3002 minus 3783, that's negative 781. And so over here we have 22x minus 36x. And that's going to be negative 14x equals negative 781. And so we're about to deal with that negative right here. So the x's raised, 781 divided by 14. Ooh, something is not right here. Let me check my work. So y equals negative x plus 97. We're substituting that in. 22x minus 36x. Let me check that 36 times 97 again. There it is. Even on a calculator, I can't do it. Hopefully, you recognize that before I did. I remember doing this in a classroom, and students would be telling me, "You're messing up, Miss Amanda." And that was so helpful to me. All right, so then we're going to get 3492. And that's going to change this value right here to 490. Negative 490. And let me check over here to be sure I'm all right. Yes. So let's see if 490 divided by 14 comes out to be something normal, and it does. 35. And remember the x represented what? Your 5K runners. So there were 35 5K runners that did entry fees. And then to get your 10Ks, we just have to say the 97 runners minus 35 runners is, I'm not even going to chance it, 62 of the 10Kers. So the 5K runners were 35, the 10K runners were 62. And so which of those answers match that description? Be careful with D. I almost bit the bait, but it's E. There are 35 for the 5K and 62 for the 10K. So let me check this. Page 96. That's 97. 96 is number 24. D as in dog, and 25, E as in elephant. And I apologize for my careless mistake there. And that was on the calculator. I'm dangerous with it or without it. Alrighty, we will start the next lesson in the next video. This is the end of lesson 4. I believe we start a new chapter in the next video. So I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.